the reason why we're so tentative as fans, and you know what I'm saying, like Joe was like, because we've like heard the talk before, but what makes, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, this is gonna be the guy. You know what I'm saying? But we haven't had the guy we talk about since Amon, right? Since AR. Like we haven't really had that guy to that level. So do you think he I don't do you think he takes that slot spot? Like, do you think he wins out? Or do you think X still has it and he shares that time with X?
See, I'm glad you brought this up because I think this is the biggest debate going on as far as the offense goes, right? The issue is for this offense to be at full strength, right? I'm gonna make the same analogy at quarterback in a second. Watch. Full strength, not be efficient or good. Your slot has to have yak, right? He has to have yards after the catch.
Okay.
X to me is one of the best leaders on the team, hardest workers. He is deezed up right now. That boy has been living in the gym. He walks around. He looks like a mini He-Man. I'm telling you, he's jacked now, like for real. But and this is not X. Everybody knows this. Every time X catches the ball, he's diving. Right? He's always on the floor. If X can find a way to stay on his feet and get some yak, I don't think no one's taking that spot because there's a lot of option routes in this offense, meaning like you got to know during this defense, so I'm running, this is the option that I run. I think X is going to be ahead of everybody on that because he's just a junkie in a good way, right? He's a book junkie and he's deezed up. But to me, for this offense to be at full strength, like where it's just you need a guy that gets yak. You know, he catches the ball at 5 yards, you tackle him at 12. Not you tackle him at 7. Just like
he falls at 7.
He falls at 7, right? But you know what I'm saying, and there's no shit.
No, you're right.
There's no shit on X.
Shade.
I think X is a beast. You know, he's a dog, a real one. It's just like at quarterback. I think TVD is gonna put video game numbers. I think Emery could put, but you get somebody in there that can run and throw. Now the offense is at full strength again.
Yeah, Jakari. Yeah,
right. Like so can Jakari take that step and be a little more accurate? And I mean, just average, dog. Just average, where you got to keep it. Now this offense is different because they have to defend two things. Yeah. So I think that X is going to hold on to that spot only because I think he's a security. He's and guess who's still at quarterback? TVD. Yeah. And who's TVD's boy?
Yeah.
X. You know, so I do think he holds on to the spot. I don't know how it plays out because this is designed for yak. This offense is designed for catch and get some more yards, not catch and like you said, fall down.
Yeah. So I think you're right with that, man. Like, so back to the quarterback conversation, right? I think to me, Jakari looks exponentially better than he looked last year, right? Like, and I talked about on the pod. I think when I did the solo pod, and me and Joe talked about it. Last year must have been so difficult for Jakari. You had Gaddis and Ponce that hated each other, right? Trying to coach a position with a true freshman coming in. So like the language he must have began, it must have been like, you ever heard a podcast of like two people just talking over each other?
Oh, I know one off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm saying? We all know one. We all know one.
I know one off the top of my head.
That's hard as fuck to listen to. Now imagine if your job depends on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think what I've seen, the little clips that we've seen, obviously you in the building, Jakari's just like his release point looks more consistent. Where like last year it was a little bit side, it was a little bit over the top. So he's just in that 3-4 weeks that he's gotten with Gaddis, with Dawson. He was shut up, you know what I'm saying? With Dawson, he already looks better. And with him, this offense would be filthy.
Yeah.
Filthy if he just 59, 65%, somewhere around there as far as like accuracy. Woo! But we just look at the next guy. We're already looking at Emery. I'm like, Emery is cool, but this Jakari, we can't just skip over Jakari.
Yeah. No, listen. He looks more compact for sure, right? Mm-hmm. Everything looks a little more put together from his throwing motion. But I got to keep it 100 with you. Like, I'm going to stick to my checklist. I got to see when the bullets are flying if he sticks to this new compact thing.
Sure.
Or does he, because all everybody wants to talk about is how Jakari looked towards the end of the season. But I remember him starting as a true freshman at Georgia Tech, throwing for 3 touchdowns and taking us to a victory.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And everyone said he'll never throw for 3 touchdowns in one game. And he did it his first start in an away game. Okay.
Yep.
And so with no help, with zero help.
Zero help. All him.
So I'm a big fan of this, and this is something that I found sticks through history and in the future is gonna stay. If you can do something once, that means you can do it. There's not no more. Can you? You just got to figure out how to get that young man in a position to be consistent doing that. Because I've already seen it now. Now I've seen it. Now I don't have a. Can he take us to a W? Can he throw for 3 touchdowns? You know, and this is with no help, dog. This is with no help, right? So I've seen it. Now I've seen it. So now I know it is a fact. It is possible that he can play like this. Is he going to be better? Absolutely. Is this offense easier? Absolutely. Does it fit him better? Absolutely. What's going to happen when he gets hit or the bullets start flying? We don't know. That's